I have already arranged the same background for this tutorial. The object I used for this tutorial is gotten from GDevelop Store. So that's what we're going to be using for the tutorial. So these are the objects we are going to be using. We are going to add some behaviors to some of them for us to start writing down our script for the game. Firstly, we're going to add a behavior to our character being here. There are some animations here for him. We have the idle animation, the run animation, and some others. So we're going to add a behavior. We're going to give him a platformer character behavior. This platformer character has some edits, but we're going to leave it like this for now. It's not yet necessary for us to arrange. So this platformer character behavior that we gave to our player is going to make it to work on top of layers or platforms that have a platform behavior. So the platform you're seeing in our event scene right now, we're going to give it a platform behavior so our player can be able to work on top of it. So we're going to give our platform underscore tree a platform behavior. Double tap, go to behaviors, press add, then you give it a platform behavior as the first thing. There's some edits there, but they are not necessary. Um, I did the same to platform underscore one. I used two platforms to make the ledger for the player to work on top. So there are some keys, left and right keys for controlling the player. We're going to give it a button state, but we're going to give it a button color tint. There's some edits too. We can adjust the color. We do give the same behaviors to the right button stick. To the right stick, I'm sorry. Add a behavior. We give it the same behavior we gave to the other one. You can still use any of these button states, but still give it the same thing, but there are some different actions to display. So we're going to use the color tints instead. There are some other objects here, but I won't give them a behavior. They're just there to beautify the background to make it look more realistic, like the palm trees, the bushes, and the sun there. So I won't be giving them any behavior. So we are done adding behaviors to our object. We're going to put our event sheet. We'll write down our script for the game. So in the event sheet, we already have at the beginning of scene, activate full screen. I've already added this before we started, before I started making the video. So what else you're going to do is to make the camera to be centered to the player. So at this point you have to watch closely because this part is always confusing. So this is how we arrange our camera to be centered to the player. We will start with left. And to make sure the camera starts with a capital letter C, then on the X has to also be a capital letter X. If it's a small letter, you have already made a mistake, it won't work. Then bracket open, bracket close. You give space, then you write the player's name, whatever you name the player of your game, the character of your game. You're going to write the player there, then you put point X. And make sure you end it with brackets keep. The 0.05 is the speed of the camera. I just put 0.05, but you can increase yours to any amount. So we have to copy it, so we enter the camera center Y. And remember, the camera center is used to follow the player just into the left and the right. Then the Y is to follow the player up to the right, to the down. That is, the X is horizontal axis and the Y is vertical. Just change the axis, then change it to Y. Only, that's all you have to do. Always remember not to make a mistake in your spelling. Remember, the green hero is the person the camera is following. The left camera is the camera itself. Then the 0.05 is the speed the camera is using to follow the green hero. You can still adjust your own speed according to the kind of game you want to make. So we are finished putting the cameras. And remember, while putting this camera, don't add any condition. Don't add a condition. Don't add the beginning of scene. It will interrupt the camera following the person. Just add it without any condition. So the next thing we have to do is to build camera enforcement. That's enforce camera boundaries. Sorry. We have to enforce camera boundaries. So I'm going to go to the home screen to get the X position and the Y position. Here I don't want my camera to be. So I'm going to use the player to adjust. I use any object, let's say, but I'm going to use my player. And before you use your player to it, you have to make sure that you detect the point. Make it be in the center. You add the same point that you saw there, and then you adjust the player to the place you want the camera to non video. I'm going to put it here. Then we grab the X position first. The X position is 19. Then the Y position is 0. Then you go back and write it down. The Y position is 0. The X position is 19. 19, so you can still leave it at 18. It's still the same thing. Then let me check the left part of the S position. I'll copy that. Then put then check the Y. The Y is the down part. The first two was the left and the top. Then the last two is the bottom Y and the right front X position. So you have to know the difference. So this is what it looks like when I preview it. You see the camera is not showing the other part of the scene, just within the camera boundaries. So now I'm going to make the player to move to it work. Just create a sub event, an event group, then under it add condition. And put the right key is pressed. Add action. Simulate right key press. So if you let me explain this. This conditional action means, let me first explain condition. condition means the requirement that needs to be there for an action to take place. So I did the same thing. I did the right key, the left key. I did if left key is pressed, then to simulate left key pressed. Let's preview it, and this was just like, if you can see, the player is moving left and right, but the player is moving left and right, but it's not facing the place it's moving. So under the if right key is pressed, it's press action, then go to green hero, go to green hero, then choose flip the object horizontally. Remember, if your important character is facing right already, you put the object to no. But if it's facing left, you put it to yes. But my own character is facing right, so I'm going to put it to no. Then in the left key, I'll just copy that and paste it here. Then I'll change it to yes. So with this action, the player is going to be facing to the direction it's moving to. So let's preview it and check if it works. So as you can see, the player is really facing to this direction because it's moving still, it's moving without shaking its leg. So we're going to add some animations. We're going to add some more animation under that same condition. Tap action, go to green hero, animation by name, choose animation, choose one animation, then okay. Do that to the left key, press 2, green hero, animation by name, choose the same one animation, then preview it. As you can see, it's not looking more realistic, but the animation, when the key is released, the player is still playing running animation, so we have to arrange that. And then we add a new event that will both of them, the right key and the left key. And there's something here I want to explain here. So go to if key is pressed. If right key is pressed, it's an invert condition. Invert condition means the opposite. That's the opposite of if right key is pressed. That's if right key is pressed is if right key is released. So that's the work of that invert condition. And now we set it back to idle. We do the same thing to the other one. If left key is released, invert condition.
Please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for my next video. I will be posting on how to fire bullet at enemies and also how to make enemies fire back at you.